What's going on, guys? This is Jason from G Style Magazine, and it's definitely been a little while since I've dropped a video for the channel. I know I have a whole host of other videos I need to put up, but today is something special. Google has just announced the Google Pixel 6 and the Google Pixel 6 Pro. Both phones, the first one with their in-house system on a chip called Tensor. So I'm always excited whenever there is a new Google Pixel device. So today we'll just do a quick first looks at the Pixel 6. And for this one, I requested it in sort of sea foam, which is kind of like their greenish color right here. And then for the Pixel 6 Pro, I had to go with the stormy black. Pro or business powerhouse user, I'm going all black all day. So these phones were provided to me by Google to review. So not only do I have the Pixel 6 Pro and the Pixel 6, I also have the Pixel 6 Pro case and the Pixel 6 case, which now isn't that fabric case anymore, which I kind of miss. And they've gone with this translucent color. Judgments out on that. We'll see if I really truly do like that over the fabric case, because I do love the fabric cases. But first looks, so let's kind of do some unboxing and we'll talk about it. We'll start off with the Pixel 6 here, since you know this kind of sort of seafoam color is the most appealing versus the stormy black. I love black, but you always gotta have a splash of color. So let's dive into the Pixel 6. Okay, so starting off with the Pixel 6. Again, this is the sort of seafoam color, but the Pixel 6 is a full screen 6.4 inch display with a 29 aspect ratio. This is also full HD plus. So it's gonna come about 1080 by 2400 OLED display. 90 megahertz always on display, and also now playing, which is the sleeper feature on the Pixel phones. It doesn't get as much love as the other features, but the now playing, to hear music is playing in the background and identifying it offline or online, is always clutch. True battery for this is going to be a 4524 mega ohms battery. Can do fast charging, so up to 50% charge in about 30 minutes with Google's 30-watt USB-C charger, but they don't include that in the box. So unfortunately, like Samsung and Apple, Google has now decided to go with the not including the charger in the phone case, which kind of sucks. But enough talking about it. Let's dive right into this. So let's just go peel this off the two sides, and let's just unbox this and see what we got here. Alright, so let's slide this open. There you go. This phone is definitely much wider than I was expecting at first glance. So I will protect the phone. Put this down for a second. Again, there is no battery charger, so you get the little USB-C, USB-A adapter, USB-C to USB-C cable, and some paperwork that most people do not really bother to read. Do you? So let me put that back, because that's just not as important. Especially if you already had a Pixel phone before or a Google phone, you kind of know what you're doing. But let's get right to it. This color looks very nice. This glass material feels different, smooth to the touch. The camera bump sticks out, but not too bad. Let me see if you can see that here. Doesn't stick out that bad. So that's not pretty decent. Little sort of seafoam green at the top, I guess. And let's just take off this. But again, this is much wider than I was anticipating for a phone. It says the width is 2.9 inches with a 0.4 depth. Size feels nice. Collects dust pretty quickly. USB-C. That's how you can power this puppy on. Again, this is the first Google phone with its own in-house chip called Tensor. So it'll be interesting to see. I can see they went with the pocket hole, for the peephole camera for the front camera. Speaking of camera for this one, let's see what we have here. So this is a 50 megapixel octa wide camera, 1.2 pixel width, 1.85 aperture, 82 inches field of view, and it can do a super red zoom up to 7 times. On the front facing one, we are looking at 12 megapixel ultra wide camera, 1.25 pixel width, 2.2 aperture, and 114 field of view with lens correction. And this also has optical and electronic image stabilization. So I'm just gonna go. I do like this new kind of getting started screen. You can't feel it, but as that little icon is going up and down, it is vibrating the phone as it does that, so you feel the little bounce. Nice little touch. All right, so let's get started. Now I'm going to skip all of this, just kind of get to the home screen. In my full review later, we'll really go over, the whole process. So we'll skip that. Set up offline. Yep, continue. Since it was different display animation than before, skip that. All right, swipe up to go home, and there we go. Look at that OLED screen. If the camera doesn't do it any justice, this is a very nice looking screen. I mean, very nice. Wow, the image is, at least for this background, the image is crystal. So it is a dust magnet, but again, this is the Pixel 6 in the sorta seafoam color. Very nice, very well done, very wide. Let's check out this Pixel 6 case, which is now translucent. Again, I love the fabric, so I don't really know how I'm going to feel about this, but we'll see. Let's pop this open. I do always love Google's packaging because it's just, I don't know how to explain it. It's just very nice, but all right, translucent case. The translucent case has a nice cutout here for the camera bump. Feels okay, plastic, smooth, slap in the, popped onto the phone, pretty easy. Feels nice, has a nice smooth texture to it. Is it slippery? Let's see. See what that grip test is like. Okay, got a little bit of slide, but if you're holding it firm, I use the method of 2 fingers on the side, 1 on the back, just to kind of keep it stabilized. I think you should be okay. All right, so this, like I said, this is the Google Pixel 6 in the sorta seafoam. Sage was last year, but with the translucent case, this is the stormy black, I think, case. It kind of takes me the color, which most cases do anyway. So cases or naked, choose your own path. Okay, moving on to the Pro Edition, the Google Pixel 6 Pro. This is definitely the most premium of the two, and we'll go off a few specs. The one that Google has sent me, this is a 120 gigabyte storage. The color is Stormy Black. And I kind of reversed it because when Google asked me what color choices I wanted, so for the Pro, I went with the Stormy Black color, but the sort of seafoam case. I just realized I kind of did that now. So still seafoam case, but for the Pixel 6, I went with the sort of seafoam Pixel Stormy Black case. Don't know why I did that. No rhyme or reason, but now that I see it in hindsight, funny, interesting choice. So just running off some stats and some specs for this one. This is a full screen 6.7 inch display, QHD plus this OLED screen. So it's 1440 by 3120, smooth display, 120 hertz for the refresh rate. The battery on this one is 4905 mega ohms. Also has fast charging, up to 50% charge in just 30 minutes. The RAM side, the memory side, the Google Pixel 6 has 8 gigs of RAM, whereas this comes with 12, so a little bit beefier there. Of course, the Google Tensor chip, and of course, for both phones, the Titan M1 security co-processor. But let's just begin and let's just open this up. Now this is black, so I'm not expecting nothing crazy, but we'll unbox it. We'll show it off. It's the first look. Be careful here. Stormy. Switch this real quick. Yeah, Stormy Black, which is interesting because it's not really black. I don't know. Let's see if you can see it here. It's really like the only real black part of it is the camera bump. This, I would say, is more like a two-tone gray, with the lighter gray up top and the darker gray at the bottom. And I must say, I am pleasantly surprised. On the sides here, we do have the black trim across the device, but yeah, when it comes to the back, this two-tone gray looks pretty good. Let's take this off. I'm just gonna pull up my Google Pixel 5 because I am curious about the width here, because it definitely is much wider than before. So with the Google Pixel 5, let's see if I line this up here. Let's see if you can see that. It is significantly wider than before. So there we go. Yeah, so you got all this extra space right here. So it is much, definitely a wider device to hold. All right, let's power it on. Physically, they're roughly the same design, same phone. This is just slightly wider than the Pixel 6, but the Pro is just about the same width. You can definitely see that new material U all throughout these devices. I can see it in the colors, how it looks, and I actually do enjoy it so far. This one has a little bit different background, a little jungle background. You can see it's a little darker here, but it looks good. Definitely looks good. That OLED screen looks wonderful. Do you like it? Let's pop this down for a second. Put that here. Like I said, I like the two-tone gray. All right, and then now let's look at the Google Pixel Pro case, the sort of seafoam. Again, don't really know why I did that color choice. This is, of course, also translucent because they have done away with the fabric cases. I do hope they bring them back, or maybe it gives you an option. Same cutout for the camera bump. Slide that in here. Easy to fit on. And I don't know. I'm not a fan. I probably will end up switching this case out for something else, but if this comes included with the phone, good starter case. But you know, if you're gonna personalize it to yourself, I'll probably get something different. Matter of fact, let me just take this case off. So before I wrap up this video, so we can just see how that looks. All right, so what we have here, cases, Stormy Black, sort of seafoam, Stormy Black, sort of seafoam, Google Pixel 6, Google Pixel 6 Pro. If you're just watching this video, more than likely they have just finished announcing it, because I'm gonna probably tie it in with that. Of course, I will have a more in-depth review, because you know I'm going to be using this as my daily driver. Not gonna lie, probably gonna end up using the Pro first. You know, I do like the color though. You know, I always tend to go towards black, but in this case, like I said, this is a two-tone gray. But I always go for the darker color. But the pop of color for this is something different, something nice, stands out. Too bad it always gets covered up in a case, and then you don't get to enjoy the beauty of this. But if you guys have any questions that you would like me to answer while I do this review, be sure to put it in the comments below. I'll try to look through those and, you know, incorporate that into the review. Don't forget to subscribe and click that bell icon so you know when I release the in-depth review for these. For now, my name is Jason Ansett again. This is G Style Magazine, and we will catch you guys later. Take care.